Post up, post up. Ooh, pasta weighing, pasta weighing, pasta weighing, pasta weighing, pasta weighing. Pasta, pasta, and junk. Right, so today's Sunday, start of week 16. Hopefully, I got my weeks counted right. So, lower body power day today. Let's accomplish a few things today, and looks like it's drizzling a little bit. So, for starters, number one, let's work on fixing my depth again because I don't want to kind of go back into a bad habit. So, I'm probably going to lower down the weight today, keep the rep range 3 to 5, and to see if I could hit depth correctly. I'm trying to squat down, get the hip crease past the knees, and then come back up. So let's fix that. If for some odd reason like I'm going back to bad habits, I'm probably gonna just stick to a lower rep range for squats. Like I'm not gonna try to aim for like 10 reps. I'll probably do like 6 to 8 on the hypertrophy days, and we'll do like 3 to 5 for the power days, and then keep like the high rep range, like the 8 to 12. Let's do that for the other movements because I could easily do that for other movements. Step 2, number 2 today, I want to try to do a little bit more volume today. So this means I'm probably going to burn a lot more calories, which means I'll go in tomorrow weighed down, and I'm 142 today, so I may go in tomorrow weighed down. So that means maybe eat a little bit more for the rest of the day once I get home. I think I need to just put more volume in the hamstrings. Feel like it's getting a bit better. I progressed last Thursday, which was more of a hamstring focus day because there were people at the cage. So maybe try to do a little bit more today, maybe like an exercise. Nothing too much because this is a power day. I need to get enough recovery in before I get into the hypertrophy section of the week. So maybe I'll try. I feel like with the power days now, it's a little bit lower volume, but I feel like maybe I could squeeze in like 2 sets, maybe, or like an exercise. We'll see. Oh, look at my hair. Oh, you fancy. Basically, I just woke up from my nap, and the reason why I woke up because I had to pee. Yeah, bodybuilding problems, right? Anyways, I took a nap right after my workout, or actually right after post-workout, and I just dropped dead. No specific evidence of what is transpired. I was just like, I'm sleepy. I don't want to play video games. I don't want to watch TV. I'm going to bed. So yeah, and I'll go up. I'm gonna get my next couple meals, and yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Right, just got off work. Today's upper body power day. It's gonna be a damn good day today. It's getting cold. It's getting that Washington weather, man. It's I want to say it's annoying, but it's my type of weather. Other people would find it annoying. I would find it annoying simply because, well, if it's gonna rain, please just rain. If it's just gonna be cloudy, just be cloudy. Make up your damn mind, Washington. But anyways, nothing really much to talk about today for upper body. I just want to, maybe start off my bench working sets at 225, and we'll see where it goes on from there. Maybe I could hit 225 for 4 sets if I can. That'd be kind of cool. If not, back down the weight, work on technique, or get my strength back up with lower weights. I don't know. Other than that, pretty much the blueprint of last week. What I was reading up today in between working with students, I didn't have too many students to work with today. Anyways, I was reading about up on deadlifts, and it just kind of confirms something about me in deadlifts. Personally hate it when I see people do like touch and go deadlifts. I don't know why. Even though for starters, if you're doing touch and go, you're pretty much you're just repping it out, and you are able to produce that hypertrophy effect, which is definitely necessary for bodybuilding. But at the same time, are you doing it right? That's the only thing that really irritates me, is that I see people at my gym do touch and go deadlifts, and their form breaks down, and it's so annoying. Or there are people who will do, they'll start from the up position, and then they'll go down, don't hit the floor, and come back up. That's a Romanian. But for me, when I do deadlifts, I reset every rep. And I only do maybe like 6 reps at most. If I'm doing very lightweight that I know that I'm capable of doing, I could probably hit 10. But when I do deadlifts, like when I do squats, I intend to do a lot of weight.
And with deadlifts, your grip is gonna struggle so much that it's just gonna be uncomfortable just gripping the bar. So I reset every rep, and I'll do that for like 3 to 5 or 3 to 6 or something like that, right? I was kind of reading opinions on it. Like I said, I do find the benefit of doing a touch and go, but at the same time, you just gotta have good technique when you do it, and I just don't see that at the gym. But it's I'm gonna stick with doing my dead stops, pulling from the ground, doing an actual fucking deadlift. Nah, I mean. So, let's go home and let's talk about video games.
So when I turn on my camera for recording, the red LED like stays on for a little bit, and it like hurts my eyes if I'm pointing the camera right at it. So I have to give it a few seconds before I start talking into the vlogs. But anyways, I just got home. I actually went to the store really quick to restock on some carbs because I was pretty low on my cereal. And yeah, and I'm back home. Upper body was pretty good. I don't want to talk too much about it because it's pretty much the same. But PRs today. I did for flat bench. I wanted to start my working sets at 225 because I felt pretty good about them last week because I did 3 sets of them last week. And so I did my first set 225 for 4. I only wanted to get 3, so I'm like, let's bump up the weight. So I did 230, 3 sets for 3. I consider that a volume PR for, I guess, the off season, I guess. But that's a milestone for me for now because my bench went down, and now I'm slowly getting back up there, and my weight is a lot lower than I was able to do it or my weight is a lot lower now compared to when I was able to do 230 during my off season last year. So definitely a milestone for me. So as long as the nutrition is good, and I'm practicing good technique, and making sure I got a good setup, should be fine. Also, a big comfortable PR for me was overhead presses. I'm not really strong with barbell overhead presses, but I did 100 today, or 100 pounds barbell overhead, 2 sets for 10. I know it's not that much, but it was an easy 2 sets for 10. And this was after, my big movements. After the flat bench power stuff and then some dumbbell accessory work, that was easy. So I probably could have went up to like 115 or 120, and maybe like do it for like 5 or 6, but I wanted to keep it more hypertrophy range. But that felt pretty damn good, so I know I could push that a little bit more. Other than that, yeah, nothing really too much to talk about today. Those were the big highlights for today's workout. So what I'm gonna do right now, post workout meal, and then tomorrow's a rest day. And okay, we'll talk about video games tomorrow. All right, so let's kind of show you something really quick. There's some leftover bacon from breakfast this morning, and I don't particularly eat bacon, but leftover bacon. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shred this up and put it in my burrito. Oh my god! All right, so I'm setting up for lunch, cooking the burrito really quick. Today is push hypertrophy day, and nothing too special out of the ordinary, so nothing to talk about today. But something came to mind because I wanted to mention this in the vlog. My friend Jason, I mentioned him a couple times, helped me with my posing for this prep, and he's a trainer at the gym. He is creating a workout program, I think like a 12-week program, and it's cool because he's telling me he wants to do like a program that he has been making and experimenting with himself because he did his prep for his physique shows this year, and he had the help of our gym's nutritionist. That we have a nutritionist. I think she does like a kind of like a meetup like every weekend or something like that, but I know that our gym has a nutritionist to help with dieting, so he's collaborating with her to create this cool 12-week program, transformation program. And I think that's just going to get a lot more attention to people because he has already successfully managed to get a couple people on stage, but they've been competing already. But he has helped those people. He also helped another guy who competed at the same show with him at the Ironman. He did the physiques, men's physique 40 and over. He helped him, and now that he has successful stories or successful testimonials, that he wants to jump this program. And I think he said to me that he's ready to get this program off the go once everything's all set in stone. So good for him. And he is also thinking about, since he knows me and he knows a couple of other people who are competing or are preparing themselves to compete,
that he was actually thinking about, creating a team. And so he has proposed that idea already. So I'm not too informative about, what has transpired this far, but he has been thinking about and has proposed to his higher ups to make a team thrive. So that's actually sounds kind of cool. So being able to have like a team of athletes, team of I want to say sponsored athletes, to be able to get the paid registration to compete at shows, and represent Thrive, because I think that's kind of cool. Because for me right now, I've just been representing myself. It'd be cool to be along with the team, or be one of those people to help drive. I don't want to say the popularity, but to help drive the awareness of bodybuilding, fitness, and figure, at a competition standpoint, rather than just health and fitness in general. Even though obviously it promotes that to an extent, but I think it's kind of cool to give small town of Carver a bit more notice, because we're really spaced out. Because we have another gym, a 24-hour gym, but I don't go there. For me, I think just some of the people that I know over there, and just the stories I heard, it doesn't sound like it's a good gym. That's just me. I'm sorry, cousin. But Thrive has been such a good gym to me, and I would love to give more back to it, rather than just to be the bodybuilder guy at the gym in the evening. I'm pretty sure like the evening staff knows me by name, and I'm sorry I don't know everybody in the evening staff yet, but I'd love to be able to give back somehow. And so if he is able to jump this team off, I wouldn't mind joining. I wouldn't mind wearing Thrive colors, because the color blue, pretty tight. Stereo, dun 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 dun, stereo, contos, stereo, dun 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 dun, stereo, contos. So it's kind of a bit strange now that I observe myself, as me, being a bodybuilder, obviously geek, a English type person. Everything is starting to merge into one, and now I'm becoming this weird persona now. I'm finding my persona. So here's the weird thing of like the bodybuilding stuff that started to fuse with kind of like my everyday lifestyle, right? On the 24th of this month, Fantasy Life for the 3DS is going to be released. If this was, the normal me, the normal geek Ray me, I would have been like, oh my god, next Friday is going to be out. But now, I'm like, dude, we are 9 days out from the release. The Fantasy Life Invitational. Here we go. Novice short division. We're going to do this. So it's kind of strange where, like, I'm actually thinking about how many days out, like, a certain date's going to be, right? This is going to be weird when I have a kid. And, you know how, like, a lot of people talk about their pregnancy. It's like, yeah, we're, like, 30 weeks out. Baby's coming. 30 weeks out. Or, like, we're 20 weeks in or something like that. So it's going to be weird, like, when I start a family. And, I asked my wife, hey, babe, how many weeks out are we? We're about like 15 weeks out. And then my initial reaction would be like, the kid's not gonna have straight goose by then. He's gonna need a lot of work. Stereo, dun, 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 stereo, contos. Alright, today's Thursday, start of my weekend. I am going home. I'm done with work today. But work was actually pretty cool today, because I actually got to work with students that actually learned from me and actually was able to comprehend. Like one of the students, typical, been out of school for like a really long time, now getting back into school to hopefully progress somewhere, career change and stuff. And yeah, he's been out of school and he was writing this letter. I kind of laid out just the simple ideas and able to work with it off the bat. I was like, man, like he was able to finish the letter that he was supposed to make. And I was like, I did something good today. And there was also another two students for like a English 100 class. One of the girl had troubles with a thesis statement, and I always reiterate the same thing every time with a thesis statement. You gotta have like the same idea, or the specific ideas that you want to talk about in your paper should be mentioned in the thesis statement, while keeping it as minimum as possible. You don't want to have an extra long sentence, right? So I gave her the guidelines for a compare and contrast essay, and she was able to knock out an introduction like boom. It's like something clicked today, this day on a weekend. I'm going into my workout really happy for once, So I'm just amazed. I'm just amazed today. So yeah, so today's leg day has been brought to you by the letter R for Rosalina because I decided to get the new 3DS theme, and it's a spinner theme where like if you're going across the screen, through the pages on your 3DS, the character in the background actually spins on the bottom screen. And I bought Rosalina from the Mario Galaxy series because it's a blue theme and my 3DS is blue, so I figured, hey, why not? But I'll be waiting for those new themes coming soon because I want the Animal Crossing and hopefully the Azure Striker Gunvolt stuff because it has a song on it, man. That's actually kind of cool. So today's leg day is, like with the push day, like there's nothing to talk about the push day. But today's leg day is not different from last week, except I'm going to do squats today. Hopefully. If I can't do squats, I got a good blueprint for doing a hamstring focus leg day, and it worked last week. And if I'm not able to do it today, I'll just do last week's workout. Plus, it feels kind of good to do deadlifts. Like what I'm thinking is maybe I could put deadlifts back into the hypertrophy routine, but I'll put it on back day because I feel really good with conventional. Because even though I only did it a couple times, for like 2 sets last week, I think 2 or 3 sets last week. It felt really good. Like it wasn't hamstring focus. If I'm doing hamstring focus, I'll do sumo. But conventionals, I felt it. And it's probably because I haven't done it for a long time. But anyways, let's go home. Let's have my meal, and let's probably thinking about taking a nap.
All right. So I'm eating my pre-workout meal. Um, oatmeal and protein shake. I just got an email from my boss lady, and it said changes in hours changes in hours. And I remember reading the preview real quick. It said I have bad news. Okay, so this is what I thought immediately. They're gonna cut hours, and if anything, they're gonna cut hours particularly with me. So because this is what I thought. We're now we're end of week 4 right now, so we're gonna head into week 5 next week. And what I felt was this past month that I felt like I've been working too many hours. That's just me. That was just me. Like it's just an unnecessary amount of hours, and I feel okay if they cut my hours. So I'm cool with that because I just feel like I'm there for an extra long period of time for no reason at all. So I feel like my hours are gonna get cut, and so when I read the email, guess what? My hours were gonna get cut. So I'm totally fine with that, but at the same time, I'm making a little bit less money throughout the week. But the big thing, if anything, I still have stable amount of work, or I still have a stable amount of shift hours. It's just I just lose an hour a day ish. But that opens up other things as well because I'll be able to come home early and not have to mess with my meal timing, and I could see in the lens reflection that I could get Steven Universe in the background, and it's probably loud enough that you could probably hear it. But yeah, totally fine with that. But this is also something to consider now that I'm actually getting a cut in hours. I should probably start making my moves now because it sucks to lose money, and it's losing money for me. It means that I just gotta save a little more over time. So yeah, I don't know. That's life, man. Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to Saturday. Saturday is my rest day today. Sorry if it's a little bit dark. Today's cloudy. I opened up the windows just a tad bit to get in some light, but that doesn't really do a damn. But anyways, I slept in today. I did not turn on an alarm clock whatsoever. I've been kind of been losing sleep lately, so I was like, yeah, let's not set the alarm clock. And I figured today would be my kind of like a anything goes type of day, so I'm not really gonna track macros or anything, but I'm gonna have a little bit of fun today. I'm coming in today at 142.6, and this is a late weigh-in, so I'm not giving any worth to that. So maybe if I weighed in at like what I usually wake up, it probably would have been a lot higher, maybe. I don't know. Yesterday's back workout, high volume. I don't know, I just love high volume. I love being able to think about like trying to hit all these different angles. Now I know a lot of people will be thinking, when you're thinking about a training program, just use like the big movements and just put some volume into that, lift as heavy amount of weight as possible. For me at this point, it's like
I need to hit every angle of the back, or like not just the back, but like muscle groups in general. I need to think about having an exercise for at least every angle, utilizing compound movements as much as possible, and using like isolation to kind of give that last burnout. So that's what I'm thinking when I do my programming, especially when I'm programming for overtraining, or not overtraining. Well, overtraining a little bit, but for high amounts of volume, so a high frequency rate of volume. But yesterday's back row was definitely really good. I learned that I could rack pull a lot more than I think I should, so I'm gonna think about upping the weights on rack pulls for next week. I didn't do deadlifts; I did rack pulls instead. But anyways, this has been my week so far, and heading into week 17 next time, and it's gonna be same old boring crap.